Well, many NFL teams kick off the 2016 season today. The San Francisco 49ers start theirs tomorrow night, and that is when we were going to find out if Colin Kaepernick and what he will do during the national anthem. How will fans react? Since Kaepernick sat during the anthem at a preseason game to protest racial inequalities in the U.S., those are his words, his jersey has become the #1 seller on the NFL store's website. On Instagram, he said he was going to donate proceeds back to the community. Now, the 49ers have pledged $1 million to improve racial and economic equality, as well as police and community relations. Several other athletes have backed Kaepernick's stance, including Denver Bronco Brandon Marshall, who knelt during the anthem for Thursday's season opener. And then on the other side, Team USA hockey and Columbus Blue Jackets coach John Tortorella told ESPN that any player sitting during the anthem will not be playing in the game. That will be their punishment. Joining me now, former NFL player Jimmy Farris and Steve Siebold. He coaches pro athletes to reach their top physiological performance. Good morning to you, gentlemen. Jimmy, I want to start with you. Today is a day where we remember 3,000 innocent Americans who died tragically in 9/11. A day anyone should even consider protesting anything. Should this be the forum? Should this be the place that any protest happens, the national anthem?
Well, certainly you're dealing with a really sensitive issue with a lot of people. You know, the flag represents everything that this country stands for to a lot of people, and I respect that, and I completely understand that. I think what Colin Kaepernick is doing and what some of the other athletes have chosen to do is to express their, opinion and their beliefs about a very, very real, a very legitimate issue in this country, and that is the, centuries of unfair treatment of minorities and black and brown people in this country, a history in this country of racism and discrimination. And I don't think what they're doing, their quote unquote protest, as they've said, has anything to do with the flag or the military or any disrespect to members of the military or the flag. It's just to bring awareness to this really important issue and to get a conversation started.
So why not do a press conference? Why do it during the national anthem?
Well, again, anytime somebody speaks out on a really sensitive issue, this is what people do, right? They try to marginalize the message by attacking the vehicle, the method, or the messenger.
Well, Steve, I want to get your reaction to that.
That Colin Kaepernick is a punk. He's a punk who's rich by playing a game in a country that the only country in the world he could have done this, and he's done it under the protection of the military as well as the police. This guy has a $114 million contract, and yet he wants to protest a system that's allowed him to get this rich. It's just shameful.
And do you expect us to see more protests today or any other day? And what's your reaction to that?
Sure, he's a role model. He's a role model, and all these young football players are role models to teenagers. Our kids who are watching today and tomorrow football, and they're saying, well, maybe I shouldn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance when I go to school. It's just shameful.
And Jimmy, to that point, do you see a larger trend that could come out of this?
Well, sure, I do. I think you're seeing a lot of people supporting Colin Kaepernick. I think the spike in his jersey sales would suggest that there's a lot of people around the country that recognize that the topic that he's bringing up is an important one. And further to that point, Lynn, what you just saw and heard Steve do is exactly what I was talking about. He skips over the validity of the message, of the intent that Colin Kaepernick has, and he attempts to distract from it by talking about how much money the guy makes, that he's a professional athlete, that he should be grateful and thankful to be in this country. He is. He said that. He said he's very fortunate. He's thankful for this country and what this country has afforded him. The ability to be able to do, but he wants to bring awareness to a very important issue that obviously a lot of people agree with him
and
about.
As both of you point out, there are two sides to it, and many people on both sides are fired up about it. Jimmy and Steve, thank you for being with me. We appreciate it.